There are no genes that have been chosen to increase aging. According to evolutionary theory of aging, there is a trade-off between bodily upkeep and investment in reproduction. It is widely accepted that the aging process is driven by a lifelong accumulation of molecular damages, mostly caused by reactive oxygen species generated by mitochondria and random mistakes in DNA replication. The supplement curcumin manages to prevent that, and this episode of Longevity News is all about that. Although aging is not a disease in and of itself, many diseases are age-related, including cancer, Alzheimer's disease, atherosclerosis, metabolic disorders, and others, which are likely caused by low-grade inflammation caused by oxygen stress and manifested by increased levels of pro-inflammatory cytokines such as IL-1, IL-6, and TNF-alpha, which are encoded by genes activated by the transcription factor NF-kappa B. It is claimed that aging is plastic and that it may be slowed down by calorie restriction and the use of certain nutraceuticals. Because the low-grade inflammatory process is thought to contribute significantly to aging, inhibiting the NF-kappa B-dependent inflammation may be effective in slowing aging and delaying the onset of age-related illnesses. Curcumin is a physiologically active chemical derived from vegetables. For the first time, it was isolated from the rhizomes of the perennial Curcuma longa plant. The chemical is commonly used in the culinary sector as a colorant or spice. Curcumin, on the other hand, piques people's interest largely because of its pro-health properties. The chemical has a wide range of biological activity, including anti-inflammatory, antioxidative, antibacterial, pro-apoptotic, and anti-neoplastic properties. As a result of its lack of side effects, curcumin has a long history of usage in natural medicine. However, the biological availability of curcumin is relatively limited due to the hydrophobic structure of the curcumin molecule, minimal absorption, and rapid metabolism and excretion. Curcumin regulates a wide spectrum of signaling molecules at the molecular level. Depending on the target structure, it may boost or reduce their activity. The process can be triggered in two ways, directly or indirectly via curcumin binding. Transcription factors, enzymes, inflammatory mediators, kinases, drug resistance proteins, adhesion molecules, growth factors, cell cycle regulatory proteins, and cell survival proteins are examples of indirect modulators. Curcumin's direct effect includes inflammatory molecules, kinases, reductases, histone acetyltransferases, integrins, DNA methyltransferase, carrier proteins, and metal ions. Curcumin's potent antioxidative action is linked to its capacity to eliminate reactive oxygen species such as the harmful hydroxyl radical, superoxide anion radical, and nitric oxide. Furthermore, it has the ability to activate the genes of important antioxidant enzymes. Curcumin also suppresses the rise of lipid peroxide levels and protects lipids from oxidation. Curcumin also has a role in the control of the aging process. It may have an inhibitory impact on the TOR kinase, delaying aging. Several studies have found a link between the TOR kinase and IKK, both of which are implicated in the production of inflammatory responses. Curcumin, as an IKK inhibitor, also inhibits the NFB and TOR pathways, combining anti-inflammatory and anti-aging characteristics. Furthermore, curcumin's antioxidant effect, which is linked to improved redox state in aging cells, may have a good influence on aging delay. The review study has further information on the effects of curcumin on the human body. Aging is a multifactorial biological process that affects all living beings. The ability of an organism to respond to external stress decreases as it ages. It causes a buildup of intracellular damage and degradation of tissue and organ function over time, finally leading to the organism's death. Many ideas and theories have been proposed to explain the mechanics of aging. For many years, the so-called free radical hypothesis of aging, which proposes the detrimental influence of reactive oxygen species on the body, Harman 1956, has been hotly debated. ROS, such as superoxide anion radicals, cause oxidation of cell macromolecules, causing them to malfunction. As a result, the hypothesis has just as many supporters as it does detractors. Today, we know that free radicals are not the primary cause of aging and cell death, but rather one of several variables that contribute to cell function distortion. Compounds capable of scavenging free radicals or converting them into inactive forms are part of a defense system that prevents free radical damage. As a result, the goal of this study is to confirm curcumin's anti-aging and antioxidative benefits utilizing the Saccharomyces cerevisiae budding yeast as a model. We are the first to demonstrate the effect of curcumin on yeast aging. In a randomized double-blind placebo-controlled crossover experiment, 36 obese people were randomly assigned to receive either 1 gram curcumin plus 10 milligrams papain or a placebo for 30 days, followed by a 2-week washout period before receiving the other medication. Serum triglyceride concentrations were significantly reduced, but the therapy had no effect on serum total cholesterol, LDL-C, HDL-C, or high-sensitivity C-reactive protein concentrations, nor on body mass index or body fat. The authors speculate that the short supplementary time, absence of dietary control, and low supplemental dosage may explain why these findings contradict prior data. So far, the vast majority of curcumin investigations in humans have been conducted in populations with pre-existing health issues. Perhaps this is because research on healthy people might be difficult to do since the benefits may not be as rapid and measurable if biomarkers are normal at the start. Following patients over time may thus offer the best insight into any possible health advantages in healthy people, albeit such studies can be time-consuming and expensive. Cross-comparisons across the few studies that have been conducted might be problematic due to the use of various dosages, typically as high as 1 g. Another difficulty in interpreting research on healthy people is identifying the criteria of healthy, especially when persons who do not have an official diagnosis may nonetheless engage in activities or encounter events that test their daily physiological homeostasis. A new workout habit, for example, might create inflammation, oxidative stress, and subsequent discomfort. In a recent research, 28 healthy volunteers who did not engage in resistance training were randomly allocated to either curcumin or placebo for 2 days before and 4 days after partaking in an eccentric exercise designed to generate muscular soreness. When compared to the placebo, curcumin administration resulted in considerably lower elevations in creatine kinase, TNF, and IL-8 after exercise. There were no significant changes in IL-6, IL-10, or quadriceps muscle pain across conditions. The results showed that curcumin ingestion decreased biological inflammation but not subjective quadriceps muscle pain following workout recovery. This may aid in reducing recuperation time and, as a result, improve performance during following exercise sessions. Curcumin has a long history of safety. Curcumin, for example, has an allowable daily intake value of 0 to 3 mg per kilogram body weight. According to JECFA, the Joint United Nations and World Health Organization Expert Committee on Food Additives, and EFSA, European Food Safety Authority, studies. Curcumin's safety and efficacy have been validated by several trials on healthy participants. Despite its well-established safety, certain adverse effects have been documented. 7 patients in a dosage-response trial who received 500 to 12,000 milligrams and were observed for 72 hours had diarrhea, headache, rash, and yellow stool 19. In another trial, some participants who took 0.45 to 3.6 grams of curcumin per day for 1 to 4 months reported nausea and diarrhea, as well as an elevation in blood alkaline phosphatase and lactate dehydrogenase levels 66. Turmeric and curcumin are synonyms. You are accurate if you said false. Even still, many customers remain perplexed. People talk about turmeric as if it's the solution to achieving the kinds of outcomes shown in scientific curcumin research. There is a significant difference between the two and what they provide. Knowing the difference will aid you in your pursuit of maximum health. For ages, the turmeric plant's rhizome, or subterranean stem, has been revered as both a spice and a medicinal. The turmeric plant has been used in Ayurveda medicine, the traditional Indian method of healing, since 2500 BC. It's used in everything from curry dishes to clothes color in Indian culture. So, what is the gold standard when it comes to absorbability? The answer, according to over 50 published research, is a curcumin extract mixed with turmeric essential oil containing artemisinin to increase absorption and retention in the circulation. The curcumin utilized in the experiments is what sparked the interest in all the potential for healthy living. Nothing else can support a healthy inflammatory response and protect cells from oxidative stress like this curcumin extract. BCM95, commonly known as curcugreen, not only achieves the absorption target, but it also includes artemisinin, which has many of the same therapeutic benefits as curcumin. That's a win-win situation. Furthermore, this curcumin is cultivated responsibly by local farmers in northeast India for fair trade pricing without the use of pesticides or chemicals. Curcumin has garnered much attention for its numerous health advantages, which appear to be mediated largely via antioxidant and anti-inflammatory pathways. These advantages are best seen when curcumin is coupled with drugs such as papain, which considerably increases its bioavailability. Curcumin may aid in the treatment of oxidative and inflammatory disorders, metabolic syndrome, arthritis, anxiety, and hyperlipidemia, according to research. It may also aid in the treatment of exercise-induced inflammation and muscular soreness, hence improving recovery and future performance in physically active individuals. Furthermore, a modest dosage can give health advantages to persons who do not have documented health concerns. So, what is your opinion and experience with taking curcumin? Have you had any success in treating your inflammation symptoms with it, or have you seen any other benefits come from it? Please tell us about your experience in the comments section below. I would love to hear what you have to say about it. Thank you for watching Longevity News. We consistently report on the newest biotechnologies and supplements around longevity on society's path to curing aging. Please support our cause by liking this video and subscribing to not miss out on any new videos.